Hey everybody, welcome to another action figure review. I'm gonna call this the Venom tribute video. Or I should say, the Venom triple feature. We have today, since the movie is going to be released Thursday, I'm going to be seeing it probably on Saturday with my lovely girlfriend. Today we have three figures. I'm sorry about the glare. I have a light set up since my room is dim. So we have three lovely figures today. From Spider-Man 3, we have the Unleashed 360 from 2008, I believe. The movie Venom from 2018 with the Marvel Legends. And finally, the big man himself that's going to be in the movie, finally, Carnage with Cletus Cassidy. Now, off the bat, I forgot to get his extra set of hands. If you do want to get one, they still have them available. Usually, they've gone up a little bit in price with these movie Venoms. They've gone up, usually, I think, $30. At one point, you were able to get them for $25. I will tell you, though, he has the same hand that's on his right hand. He has the same hand for that and another fisted hand for that side. So you can have him double punch and crawl up the wall and stuff like that. Carnage, I forgot, has his tentacles. They're on his where I have him on display, but I do have the big tentacles that come out of his back. But even when he doesn't have them, he just looks like amazing. And I will go over the articulation in just a moment. I will start off with our first movie from 2008. I will start off with Venom 2007. Now, this is probably my favorite one out of the three. I do love the movie one, and I do love this one a lot. I love both of these. His biggest, I remember seeing reviews on it from back in the day. This was kind of like pre Marvel Legends. So he does have an ab crunch, but it doesn't go, as you can see, it doesn't go completely forward. However, it goes back very well. His arms go out pretty far, and they have like a butterfly joint, kind of similar to how Toy Biz used to do it. As you can see, I'll go by the light here so you can show you. See? And you move it back and forth. It does swivel up here at the torso. It does swivel a little bit, but when you turn it all the way around, it starts clicking. I think there's some kind of ratchet in there. He has a articulated jaw, so if you do stop motions, you can look like he's talking. And then I'm gonna see if I can get this on camera. Give me 1 second. His tongue is articulated as well. It's a little tricky because I'm doing this with one hand. Hold on 1 sec. He doesn't want to open his mouth. Hold on. 1 second. Oh, popped his head off by mistake. I got it. One more attempt. Come on. Okay, I think I got it. Yep. His tongue is articulated. When you close his mouth, though, it goes back down because the top of his mouth is going to hit it and it's going to push it back down. He has a weird double jointed arm at the elbow. Focus. It's a double jointed arm. It's pinless, but in the arm you can see there's a double joint there that goes, but it doesn't go all the way in at the top, but you gotta kind of force it just a tad. He does have a wrist swivel. He does not have a forearm swivel. Individual finger articulation, except for the thumb. the forefingers will move on both hands. He has, they're kind of ratcheted, ball jointed legs. A whole leg will swivel. He has a calf swivel, or I should say a shin. This is kind of by his shin. Ankle pivot, toe articulation, which I kind of miss on the Marvel Legends. There's not a lot of figures that do that anymore. Double jointed knees, and just for the year itself is just I can see how Marvel would have tried this, because it is a nice figure, and there's two different versions of this figure. And you're probably wondering, why is there only two different versions? Well, Marvel had two of these. This one has the regular tongue, like in the movie, and the second release has a tongue extension that ports onto that tongue in his mouth, which is, it's weird how I'm saying it, but it's true. And I didn't get him with the display base, but I didn't really like it anyway. I just love having him around, especially with other Venoms. Moving on to Venom 2018. Now, this is a go-to figure if you cannot get this one, if you don't want this one, or you just want to get him for your collection. He's very good. I love this figure. And I put this tongue head on him. He came with a closed mouth, so his tongue is not there and his teeth are showing, like he's smiling at you. I kept this head on. This is probably my favorite one. He has a great ball jointed abdomen waist here. He does not have a waist swivel. He can bend pretty far down and back. Like, look at this. He can bend all the way down and all the way back. Like he's gonna break his own back just to bend. Double jointed knees, ankle pivot, waist swivel and hinge, double jointed arms, bicep swivel, and he can look up a little bit. He's on like one of those like dumbbell joints, and they're not good for these kind. Like Venom, there's this like cut in his neck right here, and it forces him not to look up. You can force it, but it's gonna pop off. It won't break, but I just don't want to keep forcing it. So that's Venom. And finally, Carnage. Now, like I said earlier, I have the webbing for his back, but I like him on display as this. Carnage has, this was the first release version. They've made two other versions. One that has Cletus's head on it now, with a battle axe, which is his signature symbiote weapon. And they made the Absolute Carnage version, where it's dark. It's very dark compared to this one, and it has a lot of tentacles around the body and tendrils everywhere. And then it has the original Carnage head and the Absolute Carnage head from the comic books. So Carnage, just like Venom, has double jointed knees, a boot swivel, or a shin swivel, whatever you prefer to call it, ankle pivot, legs will move up and down, or feet will move up and down. He also has the tentacles going all over his body, from his legs to his arms, and then that back piece is where that extra tendrils go. But you can even just get like a regular Carnage head, or not a Carnage head, Cletus Cassidy head, and pop this off and put that on here, and it would still look great. Especially if you do customs, he'll look very well with it on. So that is my review of the Venom triple feature, and be sure to go see Venom 2 in theaters Thursday, and I will see you guys later.